Okay, welcome all. Thank you for being here. This is level 10. My name is Yvonne Garcia, Yvonne Magali. I am your English instructor. And thank you. Thank you for being here. This is the first World Conference. And as I told you earlier, 5 minutes ago at 10, um, we need to do, I have to do a quick review of the platform, Sayuna. Even though most of you must know how to use the platform because you are already in level 10. I imagine that you have done some more courses with us, with Sena. So I'm going to share to show you. Um, let's see. Now you can see my screen. So this is level 10. You enter through sayuna.sena.edu.co. And we have here the main panel on the left. We have announcements, general information, the schedule of activities, the initial activities, and then the learning activities with the guide, learning guide, and the online sessions information. So this is announcements where you find all the information I put for you, the day to day, what we have to do, the beginning of the week, the end of the week, everything, the welcoming and everything. Remember that this course lasts 1 month. That means that you have to take the time to do the activities in that month. You were supposed to you entered the course because I enrolled you all last Friday. The problem we have last Friday, the platforms were not working during the day. So I had access, let's say at about 10 p.m., and I could enroll you. So that's why yesterday was the day for me to do, to put the platform in the way you can enter. This is why you didn't receive the welcoming and the information about the starting day of the course last Friday because it was not possible. It was not working. So I did it yesterday. And I also did it on Sunday, even though I don't have to work on Sunday, but I did it for you. So here, announcements, you find everything about the course. It is also important for you to look at the general information. This is for you to know where you are in this course and what you are going to get from this course. Because sometimes we say, okay, this is level 10. If I enroll in let's say a private um, community or a school, English school, level 10 is a higher level. But here at Sena, we do all the learning and teaching process. We do it step by step. So here you find like the information about the curriculum of this course. What are the subjects? What are you going to learn and everything? In this section, also you find the doubts and concerns forum, and this is really important. For instance, I have in this course some answers you sent that I will have to look later on after we finish this. Then we find the schedule of activities. This is really important too, because remember, you have 1 month. So here, the initiation, the start day, I put the 30th of January, that's Friday. And I also put Sunday because on Sunday I publish some information on this course, and yesterday, February the 2nd. So here we have the initial activities. They are not gradable activities. They are general activities you have to do every time you take a course in case you need to change personal information, personal data. For instance, if you don't have access to your email any longer and you had to change that email address, your email address, so you will have to update all that information. That's really important. And then we have the 4 weeks of the course. 1 month, 4 weeks. So in this first week, apart from the initial activities, we are also working on the first activity, línea de tiempo. Situaciones pasadas con proyección a futuro. Next week, we will be working on the forum, situaciones laborales y personales. On the 3rd week of the course, we are going to work on a test. And on the last week of the course, we have to send the video presentation. So this is the schedule of activities. However, you can send all the information at once if you have the time to do it. Let's say you are on vacation at this moment. So you are taking some virtual courses, and one of them is level 10 in English, that's work at Sena. So you have all the availability to do those courses and you decide to send all the information at once, you can do it. The important thing is that you have from the beginning of the course, that is January the 30th, until March the 2nd. That's the deadline to send and to change, to review and change all the activities in case you get a D. That is, you didn't pass the activity. So that's the last day. I recommend you to follow the schedule in general. But as I told you, you can send everything, even though the last day of the course. Keep in mind that if you decide to send everything the last day of the course, you don't have a chance to change things, to change works if you get them wrong. So that's also important for you to know. Those are the criteria for each activity you send. So we have A and D, meaning you pass the activity, and meaning D, meaning you didn't pass the activity. All the activities will be available from the beginning to the end, and you also have the opportunity to change the activities if you get them wrong, right? What else about this information? Here you find also the schedule of these online sessions we are going to have. And we have one online session for each learning activity. Remember that at SENA, we follow a specific model, pedagogical model, and those are through competences and, and also knowledge results. And each activity has a specific orientation for you to follow and get that competence, right? So that's really important. For instance, I'm pretty sure most of you must know this information, but I'm going to repeat it because most of the time when you see, okay, video presentación, me encantaría speaking. Okay, I'm going to do this. So you send activities without looking at the learning guide, and you have to follow what the learning guide says, because everything is connected. In order to get this, you have to develop these outcomes through these activities. So those activities are not any type of activities. You have to follow the learning guide. So let's go to the learning guide. Let's go back to the main page. So here on the menu, we also find learning activities guide, learning guide. So here we have the learning guide. You have to read. This is mandatory. You have to read this activity, this document, for you to understand the course. We also have here the schedule, the 4 activities, the weeks, everything you have to do, the initial activities, and then you find the learning activities. So for instance, here, línea de tiempo. Situaciones pasadas con proyección a futuro. When we finish this first online session, I'm going to send you an additional video where I explain each activity, what you have to do in each activity, rateable activity of the course. That is those 4 activities. We also have here in this same section, let's say that's the most important section we have in the course on the platform, which is learning activities and learning guide. Those are the units, componentes formativos, like learning components. In this case, we have I would like to, and this is only one unit, and then we have the last one, which is how is everything going to be like. And this is the second one. So these activities, these first 3 activities, that is the first 3 weeks of the course, are related to this learning component, this unit. And also, wait a minute. There are still people entering the online session. Okay, I also put the information for each activity inside the activity. So let's say, for instance, this is the main part of the course, the learning activities, and I'm working on the first one. So I opened that link and I send information through this link. In this case, this is for me, but let me show you how you'll see it. So I'm working on this timeline in this first activity. And I enter this link and then I find agregar entrega. Agregar entrega. I add the files. I look for the files. Not there, here. I select the file and then I add it. So let's add, let's say this one. And then I have to save the changes so I can see your activity, that you send the activity, right? Okay. And what I was going to say was this, that here you find the part with the explanation from the learning guide of this activity, a specific activity, in this case, the timeline. You see? This is the section which explains the timeline, what you have to do in this activity. Okay? Let's continue. We also find the photo. I'm sure you know how to participate on a forum. This forum is called Foro Situaciones Laborales y Personales. I put a short, really short example here. It can be something as simple as this example I added, or you can do a complex writing, of course. What is important about the writing is that it must be your own writing, not from AI. Okay, here we have a participation, and also you find information, the directions for this activity here. And if you need to participate, you say answer, responder, you add the information, and you send it at the end. Okay? Here we also have for the video presentation, you need to upload the video to a video platform like YouTube, Loom, Vimeo, Drive. You can use also at iCloud, and put the link here. So when you send the activity, you add the link here. on the comments. And when
Good
you
morning.
upload the video, try to put it unlisted or public, because if the video is private, I cannot access the video. If you send the activities along the course, there is no problem. But if you do it the last day, let's say you didn't have the time, you work it so much, and you're doing so many things at the same time, so you have the last week to send the activities, and let's say you send everything on Monday, March the 2nd. So if the video is private and I cannot access, I cannot grade you well. So I will add 0 points, right? Someone add something? Did anyone ask something? I heard a guy. No? Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Herman Diaz.
Hernan. Okay.
Uh,
Tell me, Hernan. You needed
G.
to ask
Herman.
something? Okay. So
Okay.
I will continue.
Yes. Thank you very much.
And I think this is almost everything. Here at the end, you find information about this online session. So I add the unique link to access all the meetings we will have during this month. And you also find information about the dates we are going to meet. And you also here, it is not on the main page, but in the panel, the quiz panel, you find grades. So this is like a summary of the course with information from the schedule of activities. You have RAPs, learning outcomes, and the activities. So remember that you have to get an A. Let's see if I can add. For instance, here, if you find an A, no problem. Everything is okay. So at the end of the course, you will have to get 4 A's, 1 for each activity. If you get a D, remember, you need to look for the information you have to change and send the activity again, right? Okay, I think this is everything. Do you have any questions? So we can pass to the first learning unit. What I prepare for you, some activities, because here in the first unit, the first learning component, we have this, which is I would like to. We also have 8 minutes. So let's see. We will need to enter again. So here you find the first unit. Remember that the first 3 activities are related to this. So we are going to talk about the first one, In this case, I brought you some exercises and some explanations related to modal verbs. So tell me, do you have any question? Can I continue?
Continue,
Yeah,
please.
Uh,
sorry, I just have a quick question, Yvonne.
okay, tell me, Karen.
But it's not very related to the activities itself, but just about the time. I don't want to sound like rude. I don't
No.
want to be mean. But I just the thing is that actually I have to work, and I just would like to know how much this will long, or yeah, how many time how much time we will still be connected here. I just want to be here and to see all the presentation and everything, but also I have, like, that responsibility that I have to work.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you so much for that question, Karen. And you're not being rude and at all. So don't worry. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's a normal question because we need to work and this is time for working. So what happens is this modality is virtual. uh, we have to do the online sessions. We teachers, we have to do the online sessions during this schedule, the work day. So what happens? That's the reason why we record every meeting. So if you, let's say, you're working now and you're taking, let's say, your break time to be here, but sometimes we are not able to have a break because we are on meetings or we're dealing with customers or whatever it is we do at work. So that's the reason why you will be able to find the recordings of each activity. And it normally, let's say, lasts for 1 hour or 40 minutes, 30 minutes, but sometimes it depends on the public, on the people, on the students. So, for instance, this is what I have what it says that I have to do. So, we are done here because this is the first online session. But I know that you are entering a new course and you're dealing with so many things. So I like to prepare information for you to understand the units. So now we are going to pass on that. I will explain to you some subjects related to this first unit. So maybe we will need, let's say, maybe half an hour to finish that because online sessions are meant to be for you. Do you understand? It is the place where you can interact with others. So if I speak the whole time, there is no. Do you understand? There is no reason for that. You need to practice. So I bring information and then we do some exercises. So it depends on the students if you can do that on time and on the questions and everything. So, okay.
Okay.
I hope this answered your question.
Yeah, just a quick comment. Thank you so much for explaining it to me. Yeah, actually, I understand, and it's my responsibility to work, but also I decided to, like, enroll in this new course. But I just wanted to make sure, and thank you that you clarified this. I see it is being recorded, but I was not aware that is what it was going to be uploaded in the course as well. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, actually, I wanted to stay during the
Okay.
whole interaction in order to participate,
Ah, nice.
in
Cool.
real time. But
Okay, perfect.
okay, that was just all. Thank you. And also, I see that at time, right, a small clock or watch in the screen that says 3 minutes restante. I don't know
Yeah,
if.
because I don't have premium, so
Okay.
we use the free version of Zoom, and it is easier for me to use Zoom because sometimes when we work on the gadget they give on the platform, I don't remember the name. Sometimes you have problems to access, so that's the reason I use Zoom. So what I do is we finish in 3 minutes or in two, right? And then we re-enter through the same link and
Oh,
we
okay.
continue.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so let's do it this way. Let's finish here. I'm going to end this. So we have the whole first part of the online session together, all together. And yeah, if you are going to stay, please re-enter. And now we start with the second part of the web conference, right? Vamos a finalizar aquí. Vamos a finalizar aquí porque quedan solamente 2 minutos y vamos a volver a ingresar a través del mismo link para pasar a la segunda parte, ¿vale? So I hope to see you there. Thank you. Thank you, Karin and Hernan, for the questions.
Germán, Germán.